covering of downy hair on my arms. Here and there are little brown moles. I hardly have the look of a mermaid. I looked like a mermaid that day, though. The day he told me, I was stretched out on the cliff ledge of Boscastle. I'd hitched my skirt up around my waist and put my bare feet into a little sparkling pool on the narrow ledge, so it did not seem so strange. He rose up out of the blue-white water where it beat against a far cliff. He whispered to me, "I swear," and he left the taste of salt water upon my lips. And oh, I can remember all I saw there, though the memory resides in my blood and not in my mind. I remember the boy with the sad step on that far cliff, the boy who always laughed but never smiled, who would climb and climb until no one could follow him. I remember the grinning rock, the one we called Old Man Gardner, with the little geezers by him. And then, when the Sea King sank back into himself, I remember the touch of my friend, my sister, calling me back to the world. She was reading me a poem by her own hand. So this happened, and my life went on for many days and nights, with mundanity and mediocrity and small fears. And I tried to find a niche for myself in the world and in grown-up life. I was a fairly pretty woman on the outside, a whirlpool, a demonic, silly, useless, wonderful, inhospitable, changeling child on the inside. And of course I loved it and hated it. Who was this girl, this child that my sensible self had to tend? Strange child, luck child, seventh daughter of a seventh daughter, cowrie shell bobbing on an open sea. I returned to Cornwall many years later, not to bright Maytime Boscastle, but to cold February on the shores of Tintagel. So cold. The pale sky shivered with the beating black wings of crows. They are the masters of the castle now. And I stood on the stones and shells, close as I dared to the surf. And then it came for me. It came. The wave, the great wave that somehow I had always known would come. At first, a tremble on the surface of the water, goose flesh on my skin. Then a stirring of the foam, a stirring of my blood. Then a great swell of the bleak water, an arc many times my size, and it was bleak no more. For as I watched, the great arc turned to a swell of pure crystal blue. I saw gilded and green and rainbow fish dancing in the wave. I saw long-limbed women with sea-foam skin. I saw strong horses stamping their hooves on the blue water. And then it covered me, and I saw through crystal water eyes. I saw the muted grey beige shore and all its quiet hidden life. I saw the people I knew, all cold hands and windswept hair, greatcoats and Wellington boots. I saw the white winter sky, and I knew. I stepped out of the wave then, and down it sank as if it had never been there. But I never looked through my sad old eyes again. This is something I've never told anybody, because it never really happened. Yet here it is, scratched in black ink on pale paper. This tale is imagined, but the stones and shells and cliffs of it remain. Old Man Gardner still leers at the swelling waves. The seasons still roll from Maytime to winter and on, and the crows still fill the skies at Tintagel.